Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Ielts reading. Today we're going to do true, false and not given. Now this is one of the most confusing questions in the Ielts reading section. So you might need to have a little bit more understanding ability while answering these questions. And at the same time you need to realize that these questions will take your time. So this is a sample question taken from the IELTS website. Here is a sample paragraph given. The internet has been growing rapidly for the last couple of decades. However, along with many of the blessings of the World Wide Web, there are certain issues related to the misuse of it. Teenagers and especially children need to be trained and, if necessary, supervised about how to use the internet safely. So we'll choose from one of the three options: true, false, or not given. Now let's look at the sentence given and let's compare it with the information given in the passage. So the internet has bloomed in the last 20 years. The internet has bloomed in the last 20 years. So based on the information given in the passage, we can match this. Let's see. The internet has been growing rapidly. Now, so here, bloomed is a good synonym for growing rapidly. In addition to that, it's also written in the last 20 years. Last 20 years also means last couple of decades. Since one decade is 10 years and couple means two, so 20 years is basically last couple of decades. So this question or the answer to this question will be definitely true, since it has the complete information as given in the passage and it matches with the information. So this is true. Now the next question is about everyone needs to be trained about how to use the internet. Now in this question, first of all it says everyone. Now if we read the second sentence, however, along with many of the blessings of the World Wide Web, there are certain issues related to the misuse of it. Here it does not say about everyone. What about the next sentence? Teenagers and especially children. Now again, it doesn't really mention everyone. It mentions specifically teenagers and children. They need to be trained and they need to be supervised. So everyone do not need to be trained. Whether everyone needs to be trained or not, that is not mentioned here. It's mentioned that teenagers and especially children need to be trained. So in this question, we can definitely say that the information in the passage does not match with the information given in question number 2, because in question does not match or is contradictory to the information given in the question. This question will be false. The information given is false. Let's go to the next question. The advantages of the internet far outweigh the disadvantages. Now, after reading this question, I can definitely say, from my personal point of view, that maybe it's true. Maybe this statement is true. But remember, in the IELTS reading passage, you're only supposed to match with the information given in the passage. Now, as you can see here, it's written, however, along with many of the blessings, which means advantages of the World Wide Web, in other words, internet, there are certain issues related to the misuse of it. That means disadvantages. This means that the statement or the sentence given here, that the advantages of the internet far outweigh the disadvantages, is not given, since we do not know the comparison. We know their advantages, we know their disadvantages, but we do not know which is heavier here. We do not know which is more important here. So in this case, we can say there are both advantages and disadvantages, but the comparison is not given. So this information is not given in this particular paragraph. So having discussed these three questions, I hope that now you understand the difference between true, false and not given. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I hope that you will join me again in the next few videos.